Hey, Cookie here. I believe Cool Runnings is the finest movie ever made about a Jamaican bobsled team. You know, seeing the two of you there together makes me hopeful that one day we'll have peace in the Middle East. There's one screw for each of you. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
Fatmouth Fascist Fish, the animatronic fish that's sweeping the nation. He sings, he moves, he hates democracy. Fatmouth Fascist Fish.
And right this way. First on the docket, architecture. I'm having a beer party this weekend. It's just like other parties except with beer. Suppose I fashion an archway of different beer cases. Where should I put the Keystone? Bottom middle case, bottom right case? Goodness, player one, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to give me an answer. The Keystone is the apex of the arch, locking the other pieces in position. I also plan to fashion a decorative harp out of cases of harp. Player 2, that was your screw, wasn't it? Here's one I like to call, In the Beginning There Was Candy. Which of these candy names best describes a supernova? Ring Pop, Starburst, Milky Way, or Airhead? Players 1 and 2? When a star explodes, it's called a supernova. And it may leave behind a red dwarf, which is awesome because red is my favorite flavor. Open wide for J-Wo. If you have a JPEG of J-Lo and it's of a place on J-Lo's body that matches what the J in JPEG stands for, what do you have a digital picture of? Jennifer Lopez's... Player 2, you're screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. Hey, we're talking about a lady here. Way to screw, player 1. Why not pick up a few more bucks? Player 1. JPEG, the most common of digital photograph formats, stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group. So you'd have a picture of her joints, perhaps a sexy knuckle or a hot elbow. Of course, a single photograph isn't what you want. What you want is a nice 2-hour moving picture such as Gigli or Monster-in-Law. Yeah, that's what you want.
Everybody quattro, hey!
This one's known as Toys R. Kelly, and it's a DisOrDat. Player 2? You're in last place, so I choose you to play this DisOrDat. I'm gonna read off 7 things. For each one, tell me if it's the name of an R. Kelly album or a toy you'd find at Toys R Us. If it's an R. Kelly album, press your X button. If it's a toy from Toys R Us, press your B button. Each one right will be $300, which buys a lot of action figures. But get one wrong and $300 are out. Player 1. Select your answer before player 2, because if you get it right and player 2 gets it wrong, you get that cash. And you've got 30 seconds to toy around. Ready? Let's go. Chocolate Factory, Marshmallow Blast, Water Pop Blast, 12 Play, Rockstar Bounty, Double Up, Rocket Roll. You did really well on that one. That creeps me out. I heard Toys R Us was going to sell an R. Kelly action figure. It's the only action figure that can't get within a 20-mile radius of children.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
And on its way, the Primordial Bread Bowl. If Panera honored the prehistoric supercontinent that consisted of all the continents smushed together with a sandwich that smushed all of Panera's sandwiches together, what would it be called? Panera's Pancetta Panini? Panera's Panacea Panini? Panera's Players 1 and 2? Pangea is the landmass that before continental drift was comprised of all the major continents. And like the Pangea, once it's in your stomach, it splits apart and rapidly drifts toward your South Pole. That about does it for round 1. And player 1 is in the lead, but that could change mighty quick. Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is worth twice as much. And don't forget, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Okay, let's do this. Bucker up for Sham Ow! I assume you've seen those commercials for the slap chop and the Sham Wow. Say you have a horrible kitchen accident and kill someone with a slap chop. If one Sham Wow soaks up 25 ounces of liquid as advertised and your victim has 11 pints of blood, how many Sham Wows will you need? 8 Sham Wows, 18 Sham Wows, players 1 and 2? There are 16 ounces in a pint, thus the math comes out to about 7.04 Sham Wows to do the job. So to play it safe, you'd want to use 8. Now to get rid of the body, you're going to want to go with the Ronco 5-tray electric food dehydrator and beef jerky maker. Say hello to Enfuego. Anybody who knows me knows I enjoy 3 things: waffles, children's toys, and spaghetti sauce. Not necessarily in that order. And speaking of order,
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right.
and because this one's a little tougher, I'm giving out a $1,000 bonus to anybody who gets it right. Put these products in chronological order based on the year they were first introduced. Lego Prego Eggo, Eggo Lego Prego, Prego Lego Eggo, or Lego Eggo Prego. Players 1 and 2? Legos were invented in the early 1930s and hit the market in 1949. Eggo waffles were the first frozen waffles, and they were invented in 1953. And Prego pasta sauce came way later in 1981. 1 grand bonus to each of you for getting that one. But if I had to pick just one, I'd pick the waffles, because you could theoretically build a toy spaceship out of waffles. And waffles taste pretty good on spaghetti.
Plucking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
Here's a good one. Don't eat the brown aspic. Which of these jam bands is singing a song about jam? Moe's singing My Mashed Fruit, Pulp and All. Widespread Panic singing I'll Heat You to. Player 2. Jam is made of fruits mashed whole, whereas jelly is made of fruit juice. Marmalade is often bitter, and Jell-O jigglers jiggle. So why is it when you're hanging outside a Moe concert, all you can find to eat is a sandwich made of organic mushrooms, hemp, and 7-grain bread? Player 1. That was a fishy answer. So here's something fishy in return. Your very own fat-mouth fascist fish from the annoying animatronic fish company. Because if you hang it up on a wall, it should talk. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, if I die.
Let's try the Fast and the Gaseous. What would Vin Diesel have to do if he wanted to change his name to Vin Unleaded Gasoline? Beef himself up to become heavier and oilier? Players 1 and 2? Gasoline goes through more of a refining process than diesel fuel. You can't refine Vin Diesel. He's too tough and reckless to tame. Just like me. Oops, my rose hip tea is ready.
Hold me, never let me go. Am I dreaming?
Take a stab at Caribbean blue humor. What's the capital city of the Turks and Caicos Islands? Petersore, Dickhurt City, Peckersting. Players 1 and 2? Yep, Cockburn Town is the capital of the sunny Caribbean islands of Turks and Caicos. So if you go, make sure you take plenty of ointments. Okay, if that's how you want it, here's the clue. Auntie Up. I've got aunties in my panties. No, wait, that's gross. Good luck. 1 takes it! Excuse me, Player 2, did you say something? No, I didn't think so. Because after somebody kicks your butt like Player 1 just did, there's only one thing to say.
You don't know Jack!
Nice work, folks. Donnie, what's going on?
All right, is there any interest in keeping this party afloat?